Tonight, the Saints look to rise beyond the Seahawks on Monday Night Primetime. It's a series tied at 8 games apiece going back to 1976. And it's coming up next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
On second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston being chased out left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Winston now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Russell Wilson and company in the red zone as we'll jump into here. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. 2nd quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
He'll find Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go.
What was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny.
All right, time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one. Now Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow... incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's what. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20.
Get off the field.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bobby Wagner able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. They got the interception. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The busy night continues for Kamara.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. Now in Seattle, Washington. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Kamara.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and goal from inside the 5. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Russell Wilson and company in the red zone as we'll jump in to see what the Seahawks can do here. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To throw is Wilson. And it's caught. And he's brought down. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. To the air again with Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well be.
Russell Wilson and company in the red zone as we'll jump in to see what the Seahawks can do here. Now Wilson on 1st down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads. A lead change may very well be forthcoming as this offense in field goal range already and looking for more here in the fourth quarter. On second down, Kamara. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Again, it's Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Lutz puts this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. 3rd down, here we go. Wilson.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge. 1st down, Seattle.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it.
This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. It showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he's got this down to the 35. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And shedding through the tackle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. 2nd and 11. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And shedding his way forward. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, it's Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. They move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.